Alrighty, this is part 2 of the video blog on the Cheonggyecheon, and I'm standing here basically in Gwanghwamun, which is one of the big kind of business districts. You can see I'm basically just sorry, I think I was covering the mic. You can see I'm basically surrounded by lots of big buildings. Taller buildings than you'll see in Medford anyways, or Ashland for that matter. And again, like I showed you before, I showed you where the Cheonggyecheon Stream dumps into or meets with the Hangang, the Han River. Well, this supposedly right here represents the spring of the Cheonggyecheon. I don't actually think it is. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it's what it says on the little plaque down over there. I'll post up a picture or something. You guys can read it yourselves if you want. But this monument here, this is it's created to represent kind of the restoration of the stream, and they're using kind of the traditional blue and red from kind of the female traditional handbook, apparently. I guess to represent just kind of life and vitality and just the restoration of the stream, which was undertaken, I guess probably started about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even 6 years ago. I'm not sure. I know that it was a big project of the current president, Lee Myung-bak. He used to be the mayor of Seoul, and one of the things that he really pushed for was kind of Seoul's urban renewal, to try to just make the city more pleasing to the eye, and to try to blend the contemporary corporate businesses and large buildings and still make the city visually pleasing, and give more social places for people to come to and to enjoy supposedly the natural beauty. I mean, obviously you can see that it's a lot of concrete and other man-made buildings and just none of this is actually natural, but it's kind of the idea, to try to blend both together. Again, as you can see here, you see like the water coming from the spring along this little path here, and I think there's water actually under this as well. 아니요, 진짜 괜찮아요. 예, 아니요, 괜찮아요. 아니요, 왜냐면 진짜 튼튼하면 그래 괜찮아요. 아니 그래 그냥 저 비디오 했었어요. 네. 아니 이거 놓고 다니라고 놓고. 아니요, 괜찮은데. 예. So the water comes from the spring back there, and you can see how it comes here to this little pond. There is jets, kind of geysers, well not geysers, but fountains, I guess, in there that turn on every so often. So that's kind of neat to check out when you can. And you can see they got a little waterfall over here. And here we go to like kind of the bigger area. This is where all the water meets up. And you can see they have it kind of highlighted with a lot of lights, and I'm not sure if you can see over there on the little blocks in the water there, but they've got kind of some of the traditional, this might even be tokibi, kind of traditional, Korean monsters, mythological creatures. So those might actually signify tigers. I'm not completely sure. If it's tigers, then it's horangi, or horengi. Either one of those. One of them is correct. Tigers used to be very prevalent in Korea, actually, though you won't find them anymore. But at one point, they apparently were fairly common in the peninsula. So again, like I was saying on the previous part, they've put in these areas, where you can spend time around the water and walk along the sides. And I'm not allowed to take my bike down there, so that's why I'm having to just kind of walk around the top here. I know, so I'm having to carry it. That's what the policeman was actually saying. He was like, "Oh, go put your bike down," but it takes too long to lock it up and everything. I'll just might as well carry it. It's not that heavy anyways, right? So again, you know, you can see how they have paths on either side, and you can see how there's oftentimes, you know, different groups of people, just friends, or like if you see those two over there, I know this is kind of spying, I guess, but you can see kind of couples walking together. It's a good place to, you know, have kind of a date, I guess. You know, and there's lots of coffee shops and other little restaurants around here as well, so it's a pretty good place to meet. And this, like I said, this goes from here basically quite far. You can walk along the stream, the Cheonggyecheon, all the way to where I was earlier, by the Hangang, by the Han River. And there's all these different bridges along the way, these little like yukdo, foot bridges. And well, some of them are foot bridges, some of them, obviously this is a place you can see where the cars are coming. But as you go down, there's a lot of them that they're just yukdo, they're just bridges. They're for people to walk along, and there's not actually cars on them. Here's kind of another little peak down there. You can see they got the stream lit up and everything, and it's kind of neat. I'd love to be able to show you guys, show you more, like walk along for a while, but I don't really. Sorry if it's a little bit blurry. It's a little bit dark there. Fortunately, I don't got all the time in the world to just be walking along for a couple hours on end. Plus, I wouldn't be able to film it all because my battery's about to die. But yeah, see if I can give you guys a good shot of the waterfall over here because it's pretty cool. Oh, and you'll see here, like each of these little footbridges has a name. I'm not sure. I think it signifies one, but this is Cheonggyecheon, and each of them stands for something significant. I'm not sure if it's historical or like a person or somebody like who, you know, maybe people who donated money towards the building of it. I'm not completely sure. But you can see there that's a pretty view. You have the waterfall there, and then the kind of the lit background with the little pillars in the water, and then even in the back you have the spring and the monument back there. So it's pretty nice. I mean, everything is planned out to just give everything a really kind of stunning and just pleasing feel. So again, I guess for that, Yemenbuk, good job. Some people though said that some people were concerned that he was spending so much time on these type of like and so much time and money actually on kind of cosmetics, and not enough time on actual policy and actual, you know, like government actually governance, I guess you would say, of the country and or the city, I guess at the time, because he's mayor, but rather just trying to do things that were, well, very nice, and you know, for the city, not necessarily relevant in regards to maybe reforming education or who knows whatever else the city was dealing with at the time. But obviously he was popular enough to be elected president, and he was popular enough to win the presidency along with dealing with a kind of a big banking scandal. The BBK or something like that. I don't remember which bank it was, but it was some bank from Busan. He used to be like a CEO or something. But yeah, that's just life in politics anywhere. You're always going to have accusations of different things. Oh, I just ran out of time, so I will catch you guys next time. See ya.